Okay, so a month of doing the carnivore diet, and then 3 days of cheating. Let's talk about this a little bit. I don't even know where to begin. So on the carnivore diet, there was like the first 3 or 4 days, it felt like my body was sort of craving the sugar, right? So it almost felt like my skin was like, when you hold your breath for a long time underwater and you just start craving oxygen, like you need it. That's how I felt depriving my body of sugar. I felt almost like my skin was itching. Like my body didn't know how to handle not having sugar. No bread, no fruit. Everything turns to sugar except for meat. And it was like, I definitely wasn't starving, but my body just was transitioning from, hey, sweetheart,
Hey.
from one source of fuel to the other source of fuel. And the transition was weird. I felt almost not lightheaded, but like I was almost getting a headache, but not quite, for like the first 2 or 3 days. Anyways, after I went through that, I felt great. I always felt balanced. I felt even. I wasn't, having any super highs and super lows. It just felt balanced, which was really interesting. And the other thing that was like really surprising was the more I exercised, the more energy I had. When I would take my bike out for a ride, at the end of it, instead of being spent and wasted, I was like, that's when I got high, like tons of energy. I remember like the 5th day I took my bike just to go to work, and the whole day it felt like I don't even know what it feels like, because I don't do drugs, but it just felt like I had taken some mushrooms or crack or something, and it just felt so different. Like my mind was open and fresh and bright and like aware and energetic. I can't even describe it. It was just so weird. And that was pretty much the case for the whole month. There was a couple of times where I felt really, really, really low. And I think that was just the psychology of the monotony of the diet. I think I was just discouraged by the lack of variety. My body never felt low, but my mind did. That was really frustrating. Almost like depressing, because I really like food, and just to eat meat was lack of variety. My wife's laughing because she knows how much I like food.
I know. It was sad.
Okay, so fast forward to our cheat day. We were both looking forward to it. My wife started doing the carnivore diet. How long were you on it before you cheated? Like a week and a half?
Well, I started on your 3rd week, so I was going to be doing it for 2 weeks, and I had made the decision, I'm going to try this for 2 weeks, and I was determined to do it for 2 weeks. My first 3 days was crazy. I guess I craved sugar. I don't know what it was. Like, I needed something besides what I was eating. The void wasn't being fulfilled, and I literally, I didn't feel well. So I ended up having I think the first evening of after starting the carnivore diet, I had 4 tortillas wrapped with peanut butter and jelly. So for peanut butter and jelly rolled tortillas.
You wrap the tortilla and then wrapped the tortilla in honey. I mean, peanut butter and jelly.
There's peanut butter and jelly on each tortilla. And then I just rolled it and then ate it. So there was some type of sugary flavor. And I'm not a sugar person. That's what's insane. I am complete opposite. And then the second day, I did the same thing. I was still craving 3. Mm-hmm. The third day, I did 2. And then by the 4th day, I didn't crave sugar at all.
So the really weird part was, okay, comparing the month to our cheat day. During the month, both of us, well, her time and my time, we experienced a point where hunger didn't even exist anymore. Like, I would eat because I felt like I needed to eat, not because I wanted to eat. Whether or not that was just because I was tired of eating the same thing. But, like, I had no hunger. Mm-hmm. And my wife went on a 80-hour fast.
Yeah, that was weird.
Just because she didn't feel like eating. She never got hungry.
Yeah. That was after 10 days into the carnivore diet. I woke up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know that's why I didn't want to get on film, but whatever. I woke up on my, I think it was my 10th day. And I was like, I'm not even hungry, you know, but I had been eating like either around noon or in the evening. Mm-hmm. Anyways, like once a day, the meat, just one time a day, which is really weird. Mm-hmm. But I woke up that morning, like the 10th or 11th day, and I'm like, I'm not even hungry or whatever. And then noon, not even hungry. That night, not even hungry. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm, you know,
like 80
I'm
hours.
just joking. I'm like, I guess I'll fast, you know. And then the next morning, I figured I'd be hungry. Wasn't hungry. By that evening, still wasn't hungry. The next day, still not hungry. And all I'm drinking is either water, coffee.
That's it.
Or
water
tea.
And tea.
And so I was like, why? You know, after the second to third day, I was like, I guess I'm just going to fast until we break our fast on our cheat day. Mm-hmm. So 3.5 days later, not even wanting to fast, but I went ahead and did it because our bodies aren't supposed to eat unless we're hungry. I mean, a lot of people eat to avoid like an emotional situation or what, they're just bored or whatever. So I mean, nothing was going on here, so I guess I wasn't craving anything, wasn't hungry, so, and I was literally going to continue my fast just to see how long my body was going to go without feeling hungry. It was just the weirdest thing. But since we did all this mental and physical and money preparation to do our cheat days because we're so excited, I was like, I'm just going to eat, get it done and over with. And let me tell you what, it was not even freaking worth it. It wasn't taste satisfying. It wasn't mental satisfying. It wasn't, my stomach was like, bleh. It was gross. Everything about the situation of cheating was absolutely disgusting. Yeah. I went from full of energy in my mind, like, poof, you know, I had stuff to say. I was like constantly like, you gotta listen to me, to, oh my God, I'm so sick. I don't even care. I'm just gonna lay in bed. I don't want to do nothing. I feel disgusting. Just complete negative.
So, okay, I just want to recap our cheat day, our cheat days. We went, okay, we bought
first day
tater tot. Okay, the first day. What did we?
First
well,
day
I'm not gonna go through everything.
Yeah.
I got little videos, but overall, the cheat cheat days was a total waste of time and money. Mm-hmm. I mean, we had fruit in the house that was being apples and oranges that hadn't been eaten in like a month, and I was powering through that. Plus all the stuff that we had bought for the cheat day, ice cream, and I made bread. I don't even know. Okay, nothing tasted good. Nothing gave me energy. And I was always, okay, I could have my gut full of fruit and food and still be hungry. That doesn't make any sense because I could go days without food and be satisfied with the all meat thing. So, I'm really excited. Okay, so to get back into it. So yesterday was my first full day back on carnivore, and I ate only meat. And I woke up hungry, which never happened to me on carnivore. I mean, never hungry. And yesterday I was hungry, and this morning I'm not hungry, so that's good. My transition back is happening smoother than the first time. But I think now that I've contrasted the two things, the cheating and the carnivore, I'm breaking my emotional attachment to food. I don't need to be eating when I'm bored. Like, it's just something that I do to feed my body. It's not, I don't know. All that stuff just didn't taste good. It wasn't satisfying.
No, it wasn't. I was waiting because we did it for 3 days, and originally we were going to do it for 2, and then he added another day on it or whatever, which was fine. But every time I put food in my mouth, I was waiting for that satisfaction. And there was not one flippin' time that I was satisfied. Mm-hmm. Not one. Not anything that we
I even had ice cream.
Anything.
I had ice cream, and tater tots were not. I love tater tots. I love tater tots. Okay, ice cream, tater tots.
Like, he'll kill someone for a tater tot.
What was the biggest disappointment of the thing? What was the
and Totino's Pizza. You love those. Oh my gosh.
That was actually pretty good.
Mine wasn't.
It was all right.
And it's the same. Yeah.
But I wasn't hungry when I ate those. That was frustrating because I felt cheated because I don't know.
My whole 3 days felt cheated. Like, is someone going to give me something that's going to actually satisfy my taste buds to my mentality, to my tummy? Are we going to have a connection here sometime? Absolutely not. Complete waste of time, money. Disgusting days of feeling disgusting. Yeah. It was just a total waste.
One of the biggest.
Won't do it again.
Okay, we gotta end this because we're already. But one of the biggest revelations to me was from being a fruitarian to being a carnivore, whatever that word would be, carnivore diet. It is by far the cheapest way to eat. It is practical. It is one of the most practical lifestyle diets we've ever tried because it's affordable. It's sustainable.
And you eat less.
You eat a whole lot less. You don't have these ups and downs where you're hungry and you don't binge eat because you eat a steak or a huge freaking hamburger and you're good for 24 hours. Mm-hmm. Yep. Anyway, the moral of the story is if you're on the carnivore diet, don't cheat. It's too expensive. It's not worth it. You're going to feel like crap. Just if you're bored with hamburger and steak, I don't know, have some fish or have some turkey or have some sausage or have some bacon or have...
whatever, something else.
Don't
cheat. It's not worth it.
It's really not. Yeah.